What's up, YouTube? We are back to talk about forex trading, and it's just amazing having you guys around as always. In today's video, we're talking about supply and demand. You see, the word supply and demand has been spread across the trading industry, right? And a lot of people trade using the supply and demand. But from a standpoint, you see, a lot of people believe supply and demand has to do with selling from a particular rectangle or buying from a particular rectangle, and this is cool, right? This is actually cool, but it is just half truth because supply and demand has its roots in the fundamentals. So when you understand the fundamentals, putting this together with your technicals, you become invisible. And that is one thing we're trying to do in this channel, to give you guys the education you need to start making wise trading decisions and improve your trading game within a short period of time, right? So before we move into this video, I'd like you to like the video, subscribe, and probably share this video right now. Do that right now. So let's go. Now, what is supply, right? What is demand? Supply simply means a price point where price starts selling, or rather when price drops. Demand, on the other hand, means a price point where price gets up or starts buying, right? That is what demand means. Now, either of these things may happen in the market in a given day. However, they are being influenced by the macroeconomics. Now, you're going to be asking, what is the microeconomics? Calm down. You see, the microeconomics simply means those key major economic events that happen around the world that moves price, right? That brings in the liquidity, that brings in supply, that brings in demand. That is just it, guys, right? And all of these are being determined by the government, the political status of a country, the Federal Reserve, right, or probably the central bank of that country, and probably natural disasters and all that, right? But in today's video, we're going to be talking about how the central bank play a role in the supply chain of price and also the demand chain of price in a given day in the forex market. So here are some key economic factors they use in controlling the way price is being supplied and the way price is being demanded in the forex market. So first off, we'll be talking about interest rate cut, right? What is interest rate cut? Now, interest rate cut simply means the interest of every borrowing you're trying to do in a given economy or in a given bank. So take for instance, you want to go borrow a particular amount and they told you, they reduce the interest rate. That gives you confidence that, okay, we should go in, get some cash, get some money, and then probably start off a business, right? Not for consumption, not for buying flashy cars, It's important you get money, borrow money for business reasons, right? Now, one thing this does is the fact that it improves the economy, because when there's borrowing going on, people tend to stimulate the economy by building businesses around, and man, that's just cool for the economy. And by the way, a few days ago, I think that was on Wednesday, the central bank just announced, right? During Powell, announced a 25% basis cut on interest rate, right? Now, it isn't about the news alone, right? As forex trader, there are some questions you need to ask yourself. How does this affect me as a trader? Here's one thing you should know. Whenever there is interest rate cut like this, the economy tends to do well. So we as traders, we trade the Euro USD and other XFX USD pairs. So right now, you want to be selling XSX USD pairs. Why? Because it seems like the economy is doing well now based on the news that was received or that was passed by Jerome Powell on Wednesday, right? Now, the next thing we're talking about is interest rate hike. What does this mean? This means that for every borrowing you'll be doing, the interest rate is increased, right? And this in its very own self discourages much borrowing, right? And at that point in time, you understand that the economy tends to slow down. One of the reasons why this is done is to ensure that inflation is being guarded and watched so it does not pass a particular percentage, right, or go below a particular percentage. So right now the US economy has an inflation rate of 3%, and it is something they're trying to battle or trying to bring it down, right? And this is what influences the decision they make with the interest rate hike or the interest rate cut they do in the US. Right now, so that's just one thing. The other way the central bank affects the market is by putting what we call quantitative easing. Right now, quantitative easing has almost the same function as interest rate cut. In quantitative easing, the government starts buying bonds. Right, they start buying bonds in order to stimulate the economy, to push more finance, more money into the economy, and at that point in time the economy starts doing well, right? And then we have the quantitative tightening. The quantitative tightening tells you that, okay, at this point in time the government is trying to sell their own bonds into the public in order to bring in money into the Federal Reserve, right? So this is one thing that happens in the market that makes price, gives you supply at a particular time or gives you demand at a particular time. Now, as traders, you have to understand these ideas, or you have to understand these economic events and ask questions. How does this affect me? How do I position myself to take the most of this trading opportunity at this point in time? So as a forex trader right now, you should be asking such questions, right? However, for the news that was dropped on Wednesday by Jerome Powell, this naturally means that for everyone who is trading, you should start looking at buying the dollar. Right now, don't take my word for it. Just go do your own research and see how this plays out and try to compare what I've just said right now to what you are expecting, right? So that's just it. I believe information is power, and when you've got information and knowledge about a particular thing, you are able to make wise decisions, and that's what we're all about in this channel. We just want to exchange the knowledge that helps us do the most in the forex market. My name remains FX. See you in the next one. Peace.